the most beautiful moments of my life have been my most difficult. This is going to be challenging, and us being here and growing together through this experience is the gift. Growth is uncomfortable. Growth requires pain and discomfort.
Swim through. There is so much to say about this. So first of all, amazing job, amazing work you guys are doing, and thank you for your service. This is just so awesome. I really, really liked the opening, the opening shot. Really great colors in that opening, the overhead on the town. But also just the introduction. I absolutely love it when a documentary introduces me to what I'm about to watch. I would like to know what I'm getting into with documentaries. So when they said, what we're doing here, etc., was just, I loved it. It was what I really need in a documentary. I love being introduced. I liked that it was not just about ocean preservation, conservation. It was about giving these children a different perspective on why their parents perished in service. You know, what was their reason for serving their country, and then not just another reason for it, but also like a take on it that like they got into the ocean and were able to reverse their negative feelings about it, hopefully, you know, and kind of create a whole nother perspective, and not just have that negative feeling attached to what happened to their parent. I just love this program. I can't say enough about it. I just thought it was really well put together. They were talking about how it's about discipline and accountability and giving these people, you know, a reason, a purpose for their life that's bigger than them, and it's about service, and it's about discipline and accountability, and making it cool to care. Because I think a lot of kids, especially when they're in school, think it's, you know, nerdy to be a certain way, or you're not going to be accepted in school and it's not going to be cool. But you know what? School is a very short period of our lives, and I think it's great that people do programs like this when they're young to take them out of their environment of school and around the same people and the same students and get them out into something that's bigger than that. I thought it was cool for them to say it was badass to do something like this, and to you know, to do something heroic, and also to face discomfort and fear and get through it. One of the young girls said that her dad kind of taught her to push through when things were uncomfortable, and I think that is such an amazing thing to learn as a child. I would hate to have to learn that in a way of losing a parent, but you know, if they can learn how to face just even small discomforts at a young age and push through that fear healthily, then it's going to serve them so well in life. Just great music throughout. One of the things I loved when the one guy was speaking to everybody was, what is the wall you're imagining? Basically talking about the turtle who was in a cage, and then she got let go in the ocean, and at first stopped because she thought there was going to be a wall there, and then it almost brought me to tears when she had the whole ocean at her disposal at that point. So what is the wall you're imagining? It just went so deep with these kids, and to learn that at a young age, I think is priceless. What is beyond your wall, man? Beyond your wall is your purpose, and that is so deep because I've never quite heard it put that way before. And the quote at the end was perfect. But to me, that is the key takeaway here. Beyond that wall that you're struggling to get past is your purpose. And honestly, the wall's not even really there. You've caged yourself in beyond the point where you are caged in. So, I don't know. I just thought this was so amazing. To face discomfort together makes you feel closer to another human. Thank you for this. It helped me. It helped me a lot, and you guys are going to do well. I hope it gets out there because everything technically was there. It was fun to watch these kids scuba dive. That's something I don't ever want to do. I'm scared to do. But again, facing that fear and the discomfort, maybe someday I will. So I appreciate this. Thank you.
Swim through. So I liked the opening act where the main character is sort of giving the speech. And I think the shot composition is in that scene shows a variety of different faces and angles. So I think that was very well done by the director. The narrative and the theme of the documentary is very important as it relates to kids showing kids discipline and forming them into functional members of society. So I think that's a very important theme that they introduce into the documentary, and they played through that throughout. I like that they feature respectable people who take conservation seriously and shows how well they model mentorship for the children in the community.
This film is called Swim Through. This was a brilliant short. I love underwater films, so I was thrilled to watch this. Force Blue, the organization that teaches diving to children of Gold Star families who have lost parents, was awesome. It was great to hear the passionate interviews of the leaders, the children, and their parents. The film brought me to tears at times, and I loved the inspiring soundtrack under the action. The underwater footage was so well done, it really captured the exciting experience for the kids. I hope this project continues in the future. It obviously does a lot of good. Well done. Swim Through. Check it out.
Swim Through. This was so cool. It immediately opens and it captures your attention. The filmmakers did such a beautiful job with their cinematography, not only out of the water, but in the water as well and under the water. I thought that they did such an incredible job keeping it crisp and looking really, really professional. The sound balance, the editing, all of the technical stuff, the filmmakers were really smart with how they edited this. It kept a steady pace. It kept you engaged. The organization of Force Blue is so impressive. I mean, everything that they're doing, it's not only impressive, but it's really, really important. So getting a chance to get to know the people behind Force Blue and the kids that are there during the interviews was just really powerful. It was powerful, it was emotional, and I loved getting a chance to see what this organization was doing and how important the work that they were doing for those kids was helping them. I thought that this was just fantastic.
Swim Through. This was an absolutely brilliant film. I really love the main premise and also how the film is developed. The main message of the movie is really important, and I think many people out there should listen to this message. As they say at some point in the film, the instructors, they want to make it cool to help people, they want to make it look, they want to make it cool to just stretch your hand and just help some other fella that is in a difficult position in the moment. So I think this is a very powerful message that we need to be more open. We need to be ready to help people when they need it. Don't just look the other way, but go and help. And I also liked how these instructors, the power of swimming, how they teach to these kids to not be the best, but just do the best they can. So it's not competition, but it's just a matter of doing whatever you can. And even if you're not gonna be the best one, at least you've done what you could. At least you gave your 100%, 200%. On top of that, the film was very well told with a good mix of interviews, B-rolls, and live action. So very well done. Congratulations on the movie. It was absolutely, I was absolutely thrilled after watching it. Congratulations again.
What a wonderful documentary, I love this whole concept, that they're helping these kids who have lost their parents in military action. That they're learning, diving and learn about ocean conservation. And, it's like the one guy at the beginning was saying, it's badass to be a hero and do things this way, It was really wonderful to kind of walk through the whole course of the entire, of the course with these kids that were doing it, going each step along the way with them. and then meeting the instructors, and seeing what they had to say about everything as they were going along. It was a really beautiful piece. The interviews were done really, really wonderfully well. It was all paced and edited great, nicely directed, nice use of music. Everybody on screen was fantastic to watch. Everybody did a great job. But yeah, no, I really, really, really enjoyed this piece overall. So I hope it gets out there and gets seen, 'cause it's a really nice movie. It's a really nice message, and I hope the program keeps going.
I love what these men are doing for the children of Gold Star families. I have a soft spot for military families just like they do, and the fact that they want to take down their walls through swimming by teaching them values that will help them build. It's something that's absolutely amazing to help these kids. Doing it in a cold environment is certainly a choice, but it's where these guys live. It's still something so amazing what they're doing. They're good patriots for this country. To help others is something that's always good, and to do it through swimming is something that I don't think a lot of people thought about, because they're right. If you're not afraid in water, you're not afraid anywhere. It's one of the biggest fears people have, and to take these kids' fears and help them rebuild and find the strength through community. I loved the task that they're doing through the marbles. If they want to share something, just share a marble. And they'll listen. It's something that shows that it's okay. You don't have to be afraid to share what's your innermost thoughts. I love, love, love what these guys are doing.